Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Terumot Perek Dalet Mishnah Yod. Over here in this Mishnah, we're going to discuss a case where the flip side, where Rabbi Eliezer is Makil and Rabbi Yoshua is going to be Mahmir, and it's going to be a case where we press figs on top of a barrel. So imagine you had a barrel, right? Let's say you have 10 barrels in your storage area of figs. Each one is filled with figs, and you come and you press these figs, these dried figs, on top of one of those barrels. And now you don't remember which barrel you pressed these dried terumah figs on top of. How do we view this? Right? And this is going to a case where Rabbi Eliezer is going to be Makil, Rabbi Yoshua is going to be Mahmir. So Ubazor, Rabbi Eliezer Makil, Rabbi Yoshua Mahmir. Bedures litra ketziot al piakad. The person came and he pressed a litra as a measurement. Let's just say, like, if we're going to use in our terms, you would see as a pound, right, of ketziot, of dried figs, on top of a jar. Ve'en yadua ezoi. And he doesn't remember which one it was, which jar it was. Rabbi Eliezer says, we view them, right? We view them as what? We look at each of the, we don't just look at the let's do Rabbi Yoshua. Rabbi Yoshua Omer, lo ta'aleh ad sheyesham me'akad. Rabbi Yoshua, this doesn't work. You can't be ma'aleh until you have 100 kadim, right? Rabbi Yoshua says you need to have 100 barrels. You have the pressed terumah is on top of one barrel, so we know it's at the top of the barrel. We know the vicinity, so we say, okay, now you need, if you have this terumah over here on one, you need another 100 barrels in order to be mevatel this, right? You need to be mevatel 1 to 100. So we need another 100 tops of barrels to be mevatel this top of the barrel, because you don't know where it is. Rabbi Eliezer, what does Rabbi Eliezer say? Rabbi Eliezer says that we look at the figs on the bottom, we look at the top figs that you press on top as if they're separated. These dried figs, look at them as they separate these individual units, and we're going to take into account the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of these jugs that actually have these other figs inside, and we'll use these figs to be mevatel the top. So let's say you only had 10 barrels. Each barrel had 10 pounds of figs in there. And you went ahead and you pressed 1 pound of figs on top of the barrel. So Rabbi Eliezer is going to say, oh, if you have 10 barrels over there, you have 100 pounds, and that'll be mevatel, that 1 pound that you put on, that you pressed on top. So Rabbi Eliezer is makil over here because he's able to use all the barrels in that storage room, all the figs, right? Each, not just the tops of the barrels. He's allowed to use the bottom of the barrel, and according to Harambam, he's allowed to use also the other barrels in the room. By the way, Bartenura doesn't explain that. Bartenura actually says you're only allowed to use the bottom of that one barrel. He doesn't allow you to use the other barrels in the room. According to Harambam, the way Harambam explains very clear from his Perush, according to Rabbi Eliezer, if you pressed you press these terumah figs on top of one barrel, you're allowed to use the bottom of that barrel plus the bottoms of all the other barrels in the room to be mevatel, to be ma'aleh, that terumah that you pressed on the top of that one.